So if you guys are looking to add some LED lights to your sneaker throwing boxes, I'm going to make an in-depth video of how I go about doing it. It's a little bit of a pain in the ass, a little tedious, but I think it's worth it in the end. So stick around and check out the rest of the video. So you're going to need your LED strips, a cordless drill with a 1/2 inch bit, and a 3/8 bit for the pilot hole. Okay, so once you have them stacked like that, I'm just going to take the top 2 boxes down for now because this row's a little high, but you're always going to want to start at the top while installing the actual lighting strips. Okay guys, so here's the tricky part. Depending on the orientation of the way you're stacking your boxes is going to determine on how you drill your holes and how you run your actual LED strips. So for me, what I found out is it's easier to stack them vertically and do your lighting vertically rather than horizontally. So in other words, it's easier when you're stacking them up and down vertically and run your wires up and down on each row rather than go horizontally left to right. On my setup, I've done both. The one benefit you will have about running horizontally left to right is you'll get strips. You'll actually get lights on left side of the box, top side of the box, right side of the box, being as you're running it up, over, down, over, up, down. Follow me? Whereas when you go up and down, you're going to have alternating. You're going to have the top one will always have the side, the top, the other side, but then you're going down to the next row, so you're only getting the top, then that side down, then over, down, zigzagging. But it's much easier and simpler to do it that way. So what you're going to want to do is measure the box, get a center mark for the top, and what I do is I make a little stencil out of paper so you can mark it. Put a little arrow so you know that's facing towards the front of the box always. Little hole for a pilot hole. Start with the smaller bit, make a pilot hole. And then for the bottom, you're going to do the same thing. Measure. Bottom towards the front. Always have it up against the edges, nice and square. That's the best way to do it. It's the easiest way to do it. Pilot hole. Just like this, make your pilot hole. Switch to your 1/2 inch bit. Egg it out a little bit. You can get some of the heated plastic peeled up here, so I'm pry it off and make a nice clean hole. Okay, so once you get your holes all drilled, you're going to take your top box. You're going to want to stack it. Okay, so what I do is I take the end of the strip, pull it out, and then I take the first section with one of the ends on it and I cut that off. You'll see why in a second. So now you're going to take your strip, fish it through your holes, and now starting with your top box, you can start applying your strips. Try to keep them center as you do it. So you got your top, up, over, down. Next one, over, down. Same thing, over, down, and so on. Okay, so once you get your strips routed and the configuration as far as vertically or horizontally down, if you're doing it vertically like I'm showing you here, when you get to the bottom box, see how this one comes down on the right side and goes over and then down? You're going to want to drill the same type of hole in the back left corner if it's coming down on the right side. If yours is coming down the left side, you're going to drill a hole on the bottom right. That's going to get your LED strips out of the back of the box, and then hook it up to your controller and your power source that came with your LED strip kit. The rest is pretty self-explanatory.